Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, sponsored by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids. I am your host, Sergeant John Perrine from the Public Information Office. This is visually made possible every week by the great efforts of Mr. Tom Trial. Tom works hard to get this on our YouTube channel, so if you're seeing us right now, it's thanks to Tom Trial. And we have a very special guest this week, very much a driving force in the Indiana Special Olympics, and a great friend of the state police, Stephanie Manner. Stephanie, thanks for coming.
Hi, John. Thanks so much for having me. I always enjoy coming to the Roadshow, and it's a really exciting time of year, so I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, so a lot of people that are listening maybe do or don't have a connection to the Indiana Special Olympics, but I can tell you my experience has been unbelievable. The once you get to interact with the members of this organization, it's just simply, you can't explain it. Once you experience it, then you told me that once before I ever did it. You said,
Yep.
once you do it, you'll be hooked. And you're right. But we're right in the middle of polar plunge season, and that's one of the biggest things that Special Olympics is known for. It's a great fundraiser for your organization. So tell people, what is the polar plunge, where it started, and just a little bit about it.
So it's very fun, and you should come out and do it with us because there's still time. So the Polar Plunge is something that has actually happened for 20 years now in Indiana, which is really exciting. It's a big year. But it is the largest fundraiser for Special Olympics, Indiana, and many Special Olympics states throughout the world. But what we do is we actually have natural bodies of water in some places. In some places we pop up a pool because there's not water. Welcome to Indiana, right?
Yeah.
And we have people jump in the water. And just like when you do another type of fundraising event, you get an online fundraising page and you invite all your family, friends, and coworkers to donate to your efforts because you are going into the water. And the average person raises at least $200 usually. And last year it raised over $800,000 for athletes.
That is unbelievable. That number is just hard to register. Now, these events happen throughout the state. They're not just here in central Indiana.
Right.
I see Boonville all the way down, which February 2nd, but Boonville all the way up north, Valparaiso, West Lafayette, several in Indianapolis, South Bend, Bloomington, Versailles, Warsaw. Every corner of the state, there's representation. And
that's right.
it doesn't take much. What's the minimum registration fee if you want to join in?
So it's $75 minimum, and it's not something you pay when you sign up because it is a fundraiser. So you actually don't even have to pay anything. You just have to invite people to donate. So you have to raise $75 or more. But like I said, statistically speaking, plungers raise an average of $200. A lot of them raise even more than that. So it's pretty easy once you get your quick little link and you email, social media, text. You can send it out any way you want. And so most people raise well more than their $75.
Yeah, social media, I'm sure, has changed the game for fundraising.
Oh, it's totally different.
But if you put this link, let's say you have, like most people, 500 or 600 friends on your Facebook page, you put this link and you ask for $1 from everyone.
That's right.
If only half of those people give you $1, you're still well over your goal. So
that's right.
Pretty incredible. Now, a lot of people, when they donate money to charity, they have a hard time because they don't really know where their money goes. I know for a fact this money stays right here in Indiana, but kind of explain to people what this money's used for. $800,000 is no small piece of money.
Right. And this year we actually are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics Indiana. And so in honor of the 50th, we're actually looking to raise $1 million with the plunge. And I think we're going to do it. Over 3,200 plunge last year. So I think we can make it happen as long as you go to the website and you sign up for us and join us.
Plug the website. Let's hear where do people go if they want to sign up or get
Absolutely. So it's www.polarplungein.org. So polarplungein.org. And when you go there, it asks you a few simple questions, and then you're registered, and it gives you your link. And when you send that link out, like you asked, where does the money go? Well, we have over 16,000 athletes who are children and adults with intellectual disabilities in Indiana. And what we do is we offer sports programming. And one of the misconceptions is it's like a one-day track meet and everybody goes out and runs. Well, that's not what we do at all. We actually do sports training and competition. So our athletes have the chance to learn all of the wonderful things that you learn in sports, including responsibility, your dedication to your team. They learn scheduling. They learn how to work hard for their goal, get personal records, help teammates, all of the things that it increase your life and impact you well. So they get to learn all of that through their training and the competition.
And, we'll talk about the variety of sports here in a minute, but what I think is really, really neat about this program is it's unlike school sports or college sports even. It's not like you turn 18 and you're done.
Right.
Special Olympics includes everyone. If you want to participate with an intellectual disability, like you said, you can do that. And most times it's at no cost. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yep. That's why we raise the money, is because our athletes come from a variety of lifestyles and they may be able to afford anything, but they also may not be able to afford it all if we were to charge them. So we raise the money so that those athletes, regardless of economic ability, can be part of this and have their lives impacted. And like you said, John, you've met many of our athletes being at our events throughout the years that we've worked together. But if you've not met our athletes, I've had athletes tell me that not only has this impacted their lives in a huge way and changed it, but that maybe it's even saved it.
And that's incredible. You think about that, and we think about how fortunate we are to not have to live the life they are, but they don't see it that way. They are excited every day. They love this stuff. They love everybody. They're so kind and so giving with everything that they have, and this is a good opportunity for us to give back. And maybe you don't have the monetary ability, the funds to participate or to donate, but there's so many other ways to get involved.
Right. And that's one of the really great things about the Polar Plunge, actually, is you don't have to have any money to be able to donate to do it. Basically, you just have to know a few people who would donate $20. 4 people at $20 and you're over your goal.
And there's no shortage of people that would love to see you jump into an ice cold pond.
Exactly. This program actually thrives on the challenge concept. So a lot of times people say, you know what, I'll donate this much if you jump, because they want to see the boss jump or something like that. So
yeah, and it's a lot of fun, and a lot of people have fun with it. But this isn't an event that's just real easy. A lot of safety precautions go in. So what goes into the preparations of a polar plunge? Say there's 6 inches of ice frozen over on the lake. What do you do?
Right. So luckily, we have lots of friends like you who are in the public safety world, and we work with local law enforcement and fire, and we make sure that we have a dive team there. They're right in the water with you, making sure you're safe, making sure the water is safe to get in. So we have a safety team for each plunge, and we don't do anything that's not safe, because it's really all about fun and it's about the athletes. And so our plungers don't need to worry about any of that, because we make sure every event is very safe.
Yeah, and so the money that's raised through these events, there's several fundraising events that the Special Olympics hold, but specifically this one, it goes to help the logistical costs of putting on these sporting events. The coaches don't get paid. So if you want to be a coach, it's not for a paid position. So I don't want people to think that they're donating $100 and somebody's getting paid, and that's not the case. And so
we have thousands of volunteers.
And that's one opportunity for people to get involved is, hey, you don't have to know basketball, football, any of the sports.
That's right.
You can still come out and coach, because the kids they just love to interact.
Right. Yeah. Our youth and adults in the program, we have every sport known to man, it almost seems like sometimes. We have over 20 sports, and really we have great trainings, and we have great longtime volunteers who can train you, even if you maybe don't know the sport as well, or maybe you want to help even organize fundraising events or things. We have thousands of volunteers throughout the state. We only have a handful of staff, but everybody else is volunteer, and that's how it happens. And actually, a lot of our Polar Plunge committees that put on these great events are volunteer, including our fire and our police friends that come out and make it safe for us.
Yeah, so the Indiana State Police has had a long-standing friendship and relationship with the Special Olympics here in Indiana, not only through the Polar Plunge. We actually haven't had a big involvement until this year of the Polar Plunge, but we do a lot of Tip-A-Cop events where you see these signs on these restaurants and you're wondering what a Tip-A-Cop is, and essentially a group of law enforcement or public safety that show up at this restaurant, and we'll kind of be the hostess. I don't want to say we're really the waiter or the waitress, because a lot of that doesn't happen. We spill drinks and food and we get things mixed up. But anyway, we'll host, we'll interact, we'll have a good time, and hopefully raise some money. And I'll tell you, people are so generous with this, and they donate, and it's very heartwarming. So Stephanie, again, let's ask people maybe just tuning in or didn't catch the beginning, if somebody wants to volunteer, whether it be for sign up for a Polar Plunge or just volunteer for the Special Olympics, where tell them some information where they can go.
Sure. So for Polar Plunge, if you want to sign up to jump in, or if you just want to donate to someone's page, you say, I'm not going in, but I'll donate my $10 or whatever amount you want to donate for the year. It's polarplungein.org. So it's polarplungein.org. And if you are looking to coach or be a unified partner where you actually play on a team with our athletes, or you just want to get involved locally and volunteer for some different things, you can go to soindiana.org. And that is our main Special Olympics website. It has everything for you, so you can come see the options.
So, and you mentioned the word unified, and that's something that's kind of coming on more popular more and more. And what I understand is this is an opportunity for these Special Olympic athletes to unify with high school athletes and participate in the same sports at the same time.
So absolutely. We have a wonderful program with the IHSAA where our athletes are actually playing on a team for the school, and it is a unified team, and they actually win the same award that every state competition wins for the IHSAA. They get a Letterman jacket if they earn it, and they do all the same things. But we actually have that for adults who are out of the school system as well. So even you, John, if you wanted to, you could join a unified golf team or a unified flag football team. And so we actually have that where people with and without disabilities are playing together, and it builds beautiful lifelong friendships. And a lot of our unified partners say they get even more out of it than the athletes.
Yeah, and again, a lot of people, especially after the new year, they're wanting to make these resolutions, and a lot of it's, I want to be better, I want to give more, and things like that. Mm-hmm. This is your opportunity. I can assure you that if you participate one time, whether that be you volunteer at the Special Olympics event in Terre Haute that they have once a year, the track and field, right, or if you coach, or if you just want to help at a Tip of Cup or something like that, you will be hooked.
Right.
And it's just that. And so this is a good opportunity for a good program that stays local right here in Indiana. I can't say enough about what kind of organization this is. Just good people all around, driven to make a difference. And you guys you're making a difference, and that's really cool.
And like you said, it's the time to do it. And I think we have some people on the state police who are taking this opportunity to jump in, if you will.
Yeah, so we have a trooper, Susan Renschler, as a canine handler at the Indianapolis district, has come up with this idea in her head, and we have a pond in front of our post. And
it's a lovely pond.
She thinks it would be a good idea to not only maybe jump in herself, but to invite Superintendent Doug Carter to participate as well. And he actually agreed without hesitation.
I think he'll love it.
You guys have had a great partnership with Superintendent Carter, but I don't think he's ever plunged before. So
not that I know of.
This is a cool opportunity for us to, and we're not only trying to raise a little bit of money with this event, but more importantly, we want to raise awareness to what a polar plunge is and direct people where they can go. This is not going to be a public event that the state police is holding.
Right.
But we're hoping to get some participation from other agencies. But we also want to bring awareness. And if you are looking for a polar plunge near you and you think, well, why would I ever want to go jump in ice cold weather? Do a reverse. Why don't you set a goal and say, hey, you know what? Tell my friends, I'll tell you what, if you raise $500, I won't jump in. Or maybe set a high goal. I need $1,000 if you want me to jump in. And surprisingly, people will probably come forward with some money.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what a nice challenge will do. There are a lot of people. We get funny costumes because of challenges, and it's really fun. And a lot of those people, they get so excited about it. A lot of times they jump in even though they said they weren't going to because it's just exciting and it's fun. And it sounds silly, but it really is a good time. And
So take me there the morning of a plunge. You've got all these people wearing whatever they want, whether it be just a swimsuit or full gear, whatever they want. They run in the water. Mm-hmm. Do they have to go under the water? What's the goal?
The goal is to raise money and support Special Olympics athletes and have fun while you do it.
So touching the water is
that's right.
But a lot of people take it all the way under.
I'll tell you, it's depending on the pledge, we have 18 plunges, including a brand new one in Greenwood this year, which is pretty exciting for a new location. But all 18 plunges are a little different. Some of them are in a pool. So of course, if you go in a pool, you jump in and you're pretty much in. So doesn't matter to me if you go under or even just put your hand in, whatever you want to do. But a pool's a little harder to make a variation. But your natural plunges like Eagle Creek, which is the end of the year, that's March 2nd, and that'll be the last one. That's a beach. So people can just run in, they can go ankle deep and say, you know what, I did it. But we have a lot of people we have this nice, beautiful ring of safety, and that's the fire department and some police officers sometimes, and they're the dive team, and a lot of them will actually go all the way around and high five every single dive team member, so they're in there a while, so anywhere in between.
Great. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Stephanie Manor, for coming in and talking Polar Plunge. This has been the State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids. Roadshow out.